Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, back for more Age of Wonders 3 as we carry on with our halfling civil war over the One Ring, or 7 rings, 8 rings, I don't know. I'm not really sure exactly how this is panning out here. We're just going to say Frodo has it, and we got to get him eventually. Um, so, good feedback from you guys this week. I wanted to say thanks for all the comments, a lot of good stuff in here. Pretty much everybody, you guys seem to have it out for Bilbo, is what I'm gathering. You guys don't like that guy so much. He's kind of a jerk, just sitting up here poking at my borders. I agree. I do think we need to shift the focus towards Bilbo. I get the sense with everything going on over here that Merry and Frodo are fighting, and I think Frodo will probably win that fight eventually, just because Merry has lost his capital. All, yeah, unless he's built another city somewhere, which I don't really know where he would have, because we're not looking at a lot of free space around here. He may not have a capital right now, unless maybe he found a way underground. We're actually not sure if the game spawned an underground. I did check. I checked in the settings, the game settings, when I went back and looked at my first video when I set up this game. Well, I guess it was technically the second one, but when I set up this game right here, I did have underground checked. I'm just wondering if the game like noped out and decided not to spawn one, because someone did point. Well, actually, no, never mind. I take that back. There is an underground layer. You can flip it back and forth here. So an underground layer exists. I'm just beginning to wonder if there's a cave to get down there. My theory is it's actually like in the middle of the map. It didn't spawn them in the corners, but we'll see. There may be some space behind Bilbo. Speaking of that, just a general idea of attacking Bilbo, a lot of you guys pointed out was probably the better play, partially considering my capital is like right in between these two cities. But Jeff also pointed out that does secure this northeast corner of the map for me too. It is a little tight. I don't know for sure if it's worth putting a city in there or not. I'll have to see what structures are up there when I can explore. But it's certainly going to be safer than putting one on the other side of this mountain range, that's for sure. So yeah, thanks to all of you, and Jeff specifically for the note about the northeast corner there. That is a good point. From Schwangelfan and Pella86, units on walls actually can do attacks of retaliation and prevent adjacent enemy units from using range attacks. Apparently they just have lower defense. I was actually wrong about that during my city siege, because a lot of times, if you guys have seen me play for a while, I don't really use wall climbing units very often, aside from spiders, and I don't normally use them to like initiate a main attack against defending forces. I'm normally trying to get around the corners of the wall with them. So in that last fight, when I was putting berserkers on the wall right next to halfling brew brothers that were defending, I guess those berserkers actually were preventing the brew brothers from moving or doing range attacks in that circumstance. Now they could just take a step back and throw stuff, and I believe the units that are climbing the walls do have lower defense, which still leaves them very vulnerable, but it is a little bit more weighted in my favor knowing that they can do that. I was thinking that units that are currently climbing walls cannot actually do attacks of opportunity or anything like that. But I may have been wrong about that, because I didn't actually check that before I said it, which that's on me if I was. So thank you for you guys for trying to keep me honest in the comments. From Anthony O'Leary and Paul Mahai Salon. Trading posts will give bonuses to monster hunters and as well as adventurers too, for that matter. So this would make it an ideal city to cast Ray's militia in. The trading post down here is a building that I kind of completely forgot about, but yeah, you guys were pointing out that this would be a great city for monster hunters if I get the trading post built up in this city. So I think that's a good point. I'm going to try to do that. I am going to also talk about some items that you guys had suggested. Actually, before I do that, a few of you, I think it was, looks like insert username, Eric Solberg and Tarsak, did mention that I could attack heroes for items and XP, but between the three of you, we also kind of noticed that that would lower my alignment for 50 every time I do it. So with these heroes constantly spawning in and me basically saying no to all of them because they're not halflings, I could be killing them for XP and maybe whatever items they're carrying, but I don't think the cost to my alignment is worth it. I would rather just stay purely neutral especially since I'm a Grey Guard, but also since I'm a halfling and very reliant on my units being happy. I don't want to risk becoming evil at some point. So I'll probably just let them go. I'm not going to worry about it, but that is technically, just for the record, something you can do. You can just attack the people that show up at your city, and if they've got a really good item, you might get something nice out of it. Unfortunately, there's no way to see what items they have before killing them, but I actually think those might be predetermined based on the hero. I think certain heroes spawn with certain items. I just don't know what they all are. And I'm not going to I don't really want to bother to stop and look it up while I'm actively recording an episode. So we'll just let them go, but I just felt like it was worth mentioning in case you guys wanted to maybe try that yourself sometime. So as far as items go, though, I'm talking about items that I can build now. Feedback from Sergey Taranyenko. A convert item for Sam and dominate or seduce items for both heroes could be very useful. The general mind control items. I do think that's a good point. The more of those I have, the more likely I am to be able to get not only more units, but other halfling heroes too. Ben Keeney mentioned other useful items besides mind control stuff may include things that provide halfling slayer, throw curse to help with conversions. Degenerate's going to help with that too. And then also entangle, which I think was a good one to mention because of the physical weakness that halflings have. Entangle is more likely to succeed against them. So that's a good point. I'm going to have to make like an item shopping list. I don't know how much I'm going to do in terms of item creation right now because, as you can see, we're a little preoccupied with actually building a proper military, but I think I will get to that eventually. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out, and we'll probably keep those comments around to try to help me keep track of what items I still need to make. And then finally, last comment for this week comes from Impregnable. A couple things. Forts do restrict city growth regardless of who places them, so that fort that I had put up here was restricting the growth of this city, even though it was my fort. So it was getting rid of it does help the city grow a little bit faster. I mostly just wanted the other stuff in that city's borders anyway, but yeah. And then also from Impregnable, the invisible flying unit noises that I've been hearing in this area actually might literally be invisible units. It is possible, in fact, it is certain that Frodo has cast Hideout on his city over here, so anything that he's got in his borders I cannot see, which would explain why I haven't noticed anything over there yet. He may be flying Eagle Riders around like right near my borders, which could mean that this city may be more vulnerable than I thought. So in the short term, and I'm going to actually just jump into the gameplay here, but I am going to move some of my armies south and some north. Now I think going north, I'm going to put Sam's army up here, and then I can probably get that. Oh, that guy's going to... You know what? You can just use the haste berries on this turn. It's fine. I'm going to get Sam's army up there. In fact, Sam needs to have that. Pony Rider with him, or the mounted archer with him. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna have Sam hang out up there with those range units, and I'm gonna send these guys back down here in case the Eagle Riders show up, and just kind of defend my border cities. Hopefully, Frodo's not smart enough to try to sneak behind me, but if he did move something in this area, I would be able to see it passing through. So I just have to maybe pay attention and keep an eye out for that. We'll get Inspire Loyalty up again soon, and once I do, I'm going to need to make sure that I get all the high-tier units in the good armies with the heroes to save on unit upkeep. It doesn't really matter until I get that spell active. And I think that's all I really need to do on this turn. The main thing was moving out of the way and defending my cities just in case those Eagle Riders do show up, because Frodo is clearly fluttering around over here with them. So I think that's it. Let's no, I don't need to do anything with spells because I'm casting Inspire Loyalty, so I can just go to the next turn. And there's still... Okay, something happened right there. Possibly an army buff of some sort. So, yeah, moving some units back, and there's the Eagle Rider sound effects again. I do think I am definitely going to have to leave a group of pikemen and maybe some ranged units back in this city, for sure. Not now. On the hero. And we got the phalanx, and I can go ahead and cast Inspire Loyalty again, which will let me use, let's see, well, it's not let me use, I need to just go into the diplomacy, not diplomacy, here we go. It's been a long week. I'm gonna go back in here and find my spell, Inspire Loyalty, there it is. Need to crank that up and reinforce it as much as I can to keep pesky Frodo from disjuncting it again. Okay, now we gotta, let's see, I want to do this. I want to get, since the units are being produced in that city, I'm gonna move one of these guys. I guess they're all tier 2, so it doesn't really matter who. I'll move one of the berserkers in there. We'll then, I'm just gonna kind of shuffle some stuff around here. We're gonna move everyone but the phalanx out, and that way the I'll move one, kind of like one unit out at a time, and that way the new phalanx always pops up. Actually, no, it's probably better to leave the units with, I'm not entirely sure when the game does the army maintenance calculation. I'm sure one of you knows, but for the moment I will leave a full stack of 6 there. And then I'll just switch the phalanxes out as they get produced. I need a lot of phalanxes. I need enough to leave to defend this city from possible Eagle Rider invasion, and I also need enough to go on the warpath against Bilbo. I think I'm going to be probably holding in place for maybe another 6 turns or so while I build up, and then I think I'll ship out and attack Bilbo. In the meantime, this builder actually can make its way back this direction because he's going to be needed to make a bridge. And I will send, just in case, Sam and company out there to kind of guard it, just in case something surprises it. We got the new mounted archer there. That's great. And then these 2 can just sit in the city for the moment. That'll be fine. Can select a new skill. The research could go on to Warfare 3, but I don't know. I think 50 casting points for the moment might be fine. I think at this point I want to go ahead and get, well, I may not be doing battle for a little bit yet, so Conqueror may be a bit wasted right now. Is there something else that'd be more useful immediately? I would like to get the draft up, but then that's going to be 2 spells that I have to try to keep active. War Anthem is just a good combat spell to have handy, especially against halflings. Or I could go the basic seafaring. You know what? I'm going to go the basic seafaring route, just because it may come in handy trying to cross the water getting to Bilbo. So I think that's probably a solid choice. I do want to get the Conqueror ASAP, but I don't want to have to... I don't think I'm going to need it for a little bit, because I'm probably not going to do any fighting over the next handful of turns here, at least. So that looks good. Spells are all cast, and I don't need to do anything else with this, so can go to the next turn. We'll probably be flying through several turns here now that things have settled a little bit. It's mostly just keeping an eye on Frodo at this point, I think. That sneaky guy. No big noises out of him this turn, though. A little quieter. But yeah, I do think he's hanging out just inside of his borders, waiting for an opportunity to come stab me in the back. Little traitor that he is. Alright, we can move on to... Yeah, I'll pick up Advanced Seafaring. I think now's a good time to start knocking some of these out. And Advanced Logistics especially would be really nice, because I'm going to have a pretty long road here running up and down the entire eastern side of the map. So I'm gonna want that. So yeah, more units just getting built. We've got the Masters Guild on the back. I am going to, let's see, we got happiness upgrade that I was working on. I think I'm going to cancel that and instead get the mercenary camp. And yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get the mercenary camp, and I'm going to get monster hunters. Is there anything else I need for them? I don't think there is. They're an irregular unit. I don't think they benefit from any of the barracks line upgrades. Yeah, shooting grounds affects archers. War hall is for pikemen. Arena is for infantry. Monster hunters are none of those. The only thing they would potentially benefit from is the eagle's nest, which is too expensive for me to bother building right now. Maybe not really too expensive. I do have a decent amount of money, but I do have to keep it above 1,000 if I can. So yeah, I think we'll just do that. I want to start getting some monster hunters out here. I'm going to spend a absolute metric ton of money on unit production over the next several turns, so I may have to slow it down once my army reaches a little bit bigger size. But on the plus side, I kind of have a little head start on gold, so that helps. And I'm also getting a lot of this stuff for cheaper than I normally would because of the Warlord's upgrades. I don't necessarily like how it's putting those units down here, but if I understand how the game's rules work correctly, it's fine because the unit doesn't actually show up until the beginning of my turn, meaning Frodo couldn't like attack me from this angle and leave these guys out of the fight. So I think I'm okay. I just need to remember to kind of shuffle things around here. Get those pikemen in with the old Pimpton. And same thing with the mounted archer and Sam. Which the mounted archer I think probably just showed up in this city here. Yep. I could probably go ahead and start building that road, I think. I don't see a reason not to. It's gonna probably go right through that tower, just right along there. So I could build it, yeah. How do I want to do this? I'll make kind of like a triangle here, yeah. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'll just build it out like this and then back, and then it's kind of like the same distance whether you're going straight north or whether you want to cut and go down to the city over here. Okay, that looks good to me. Can leave those guys, except for we gotta start ditching the adventurers in exchange for those mounted archers, which are basically like halfling Mongols, is the image I get from looking at that. There we go. And gotta reinforce spells. Inspire loyalty. Reinforce that to 154. Much easier to do when you have more casting points. 50 seems like a pretty decent number for me right now. Let's throw down an autosave since I haven't done that in a few turns. The game actually has not crashed on me. I shouldn't say. I need like wood to knock on, and I don't think my desk is really wood. But the game hasn't crashed on me in a while, so that's at least kind of nice. Advanced seafaring is now researched. Let's see what we can do next. Advanced logistics takes 6 turns. You know what? I think that's worth it. I think. Oh wait, hang on. I got a research breakthrough, meaning that. Yeah, I can get a little bonus here. As you can see, I can save return on warfare by grabbing that right now. So that's nice. I'll do that. Just get up to 60 casting points. It seems like an ideal time to do that. We don't need that hero, and what I'm going to do with this is build the road kind of like this. And then it can go back to the city. Makes a nice little triangle there where all spaces technically have a road on them, and then I can start building out in this direction. I'll probably build out to the tower right now. Have Sam hang out there. He's got another berserker in his army that doesn't need to be in there. We're gonna keep putting these guys with him. Although it may be wise to have a berserker hanging around there, so we'll just move him there. Alright, and how are you guys doing down here? Just keep switching out lower tier units for higher ones to try to save on costs. Okay, looks good. Once again, got to reinforce spells. I know these last few turns not seeing a lot of action. I do apologize for that, but I got to build up a bigger army if I want to go on the warpath against Bilbo and still protect against Frodo and possibly Merry. I kind of think Merry's probably more or less out of it at this point, but he's not actually dead yet, so he's hanging in there. Research breakthrough here. Okay, we got that. That's good. monster hunters in production. I will go ahead and maybe make a few extra of those because they would also make good city defenders. And they would be good against Frodo, I think, if I remember right. They've got... do they have Undead? They actually don't have Undead Slayer. I kind of thought they did. They've got Elemental, Fey, Giant, Dragon, Animal, Monster. I guess some Undead units count as monsters, technically. I was thinking they had Undead Slayer too, but maybe that's just one too many Slayers for balance reasons. Okay, well, we're good. We'll make a bunch of those guys and head off to the next turn. A lot more noises out of Frodo that turn. Oh, I met Pippin. Peregrine. Where is he? Oh my gosh, Pippin just came in and knocked Frodo out. Well, not knocked him out, but he took his capital city. Like, pretty easily. Oh, that is a lot of Eagle Riders, holy crap. It's a good thing I'm making phalanxes. Yeah, kind of glad I've got some units down here right now because Frodo's headed my way. I could actually knock him out because his spell is gone. Well, he's not headed my way. I think he's been camping in the water for a while because that's the spot that I saw the little flash of spells from the eagles. But yeah, Pippin's friggin' got it out for Frodo. Maybe Pippin was the one fighting him all along, not Frodo, or not Merry. I don't really know. Merry tried to disjunct my spell again, so I'm gonna need to reinforce that. But yeah, let me think about this situation here for a minute. I think Pippin will probably try to come after Frodo. As Frodo's embarked on the water, he's vulnerable. Pippin's army is weak, though, whereas Frodo's army is healthy. I could maybe try to get in on this, but I don't have any way of going onto the water. I mean, I've got advanced seafaring, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and research the Conqueror, because I got a feeling things are going to get nasty here pretty soon, and I want that extra XP. But I do have advanced seafaring, so I need him to come on the land. I need one of them to come on the land, and then I can deal with them. But on the water, I think I'm at a pretty big disadvantage against those Eagle Riders, so I don't think I'm going to risk that. I'm going to hold position here and just see how it plays out. Because I'm not in a bad spot here by any means. My army is growing rapidly. I'm getting the exact kind of units that I need. So I'm not worried about the current situation. I just need to be cautious. And if I gotta make even more units to defend, I still think I'm probably going to try to attack Bilbo, but if I need to make even more units to defend with, so be it. I am going to do that, so we'll at least build the road to that tower there. And then I guess everyone can kind of fall back. We'll put the builder there. Sam, actually, well, we'll put Sam here for now. Put you in there and swap out 1 for 1 with another mounted archer. I might actually send just 1 mounted archer down these guys' way. That doesn't seem like a bad idea. I may stop making mounted archers after this group. Well, I don't know. I think I need a few more, but I also got to consider that I have monster hunters too. So maybe a few more mounted archers, but I'm going to have monster hunters to support for ranged attacks as well. I'm going to send 1 that way for the moment. Greetings, what do you require? A song, apparently, if I was Denethor. Halfling mounted archer. I apologize, but well, no, I don't, you know what? I don't apologize. There's just going to be a lot of Lord of the Rings references in this series. Some of you in the comments are really on point with it, too. Okay, we can close that. More monster hunters on the way. I think I need to queue up some, yeah, I definitely want more phalanxes. It's, like, look at all the Eagle Riders Frodo has, and all the Eagle Riders Pippin has. Like, it is clear to me Eagle Riders are going to be, like, the thing to kill in this game. They're going to be everywhere. So I don't think I can build enough phalanxes. I'm just going to queue up another full stack of them. I know my gold income is starting to suffer a little bit, but I think I can afford this. And I can't think of a better thing to spend money on right now than just building a massive army, because clearly I was starting to fall behind there for a little bit. If you look at the number of tier 3 units these guys have. Eventually I'll have Eagle Riders of my own, but I think I need to grow a little bit more first. Okay, so we got those guys there. They're good. I want to put one more unit back with Sam, just for the moment, for money-saving purposes. And I think that's it. Let's throw down a quick save here and see what happens to these two. Now that hideout has been, the veil has been, oh, Frodo, oh my gosh, big mistake, buddy. Big mistake. Oof. Oh man, but now I'm worried about Pippin. He's taken Frodo, he's taken Frodo. Oh, there's Merry. Oh, everybody's showing up all at once. Okay, Merry's back, and he's got kind of a crappy army. He's got a lot of units, but they're not very good. But there is a halfling rogue in there with him. All right, well, I think I'm going to take a moment to stop the phalanx production and try to get a dominate or some sort of conversion item out now, because I may need to take that. This guy is a human necromancer, so I can't do anything about him, but I want to forge a conversion item or a dominate item or whatever. Let's look at that hero that I'm going to try to get. What kind of resistance is we looking at? He's got 30% blight protection, so a curse is not likely to help here. And I don't have degenerate yet, which is unfortunate. I think all the others just check against like general resistance, but I can't really rely, like spirit resistance, but I can't rely on curse to help. And I don't have curse anyway. Pimpton does not yet have convert, but I think he might be able to get it after this battle. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, no, no. No, I do not want to. Are you sure you wish to stop paying this unit's upkeep and disband it? No, I do not want to do that. Okay, just had to make double sure that I didn't just kick Pimpton out of the army. All right. Well, Frodo has made a terrible mistake because he's about to lose the game. He just lost his capital and then went charging blindly into my territory. I am going to destroy him. I'm going to take Pimpton and a bunch of phalanxes, and yeah, he's not going to survive this. I just need to make sure Pimpton gets enough XP to level up here, because if he does, I think he is level 6 now, right? Yes, if he can get enough XP to level up, he's going to get convert. And then I can make another item for Sam and maybe get 2 shots at converting that halfling. One thing I did want to check here. What does exactly Slayer's Doubt do? Just lowers morale. That does not have an effect on unit conversion chance, as far as I know. So I don't think that helps. Yeah, let's go back into the city, forge item, and see what we've got. There's convert. There's also dominate, which I think I'm gonna go for a dominate. It's more powerful. You just got to be careful with it because you have to use it. It'll wear off in 3 turns. So you want to try to use it more towards the end of the battle if you can. I think I always use the book icon for this one. Yeah, we'll just do the dominate book and forge that. 42 takes 2 turns. I am probably going to hurry production on this. What's my city doing? Oh man, that would lower the city's happiness. Alright, Mary's got a lot of mountains to cross to get to me, so we can wait. we can wait on that. All right, so for the moment, the focus then is entirely on poor Frodo here, who I guess canonically now I take the ring from him, and I just have to hold it for the rest of the game. I'm gonna be thrilled if he actually has a ring item on him, because if he does, that will be canonically the Ring of Power in this series. I'm gonna bring, of course, extras just because I can. So we'll get all those berserkers down here. I don't think these guys count as like an animal unit. They're technically a mount, so the they're embalmed. They have the 7 health, 40% fire resistance. It's a ghoul. Alright. We'll just bring the pony rider. Basically the heavy hitters I think are appropriate here. And 1 monster hunter for the fun of it. Okay, have fun down there, guys. We'll send you. Very likely victory. Poor Frodo. This is just not gonna be his day. Yeah, annual combat. Okay, he gave them all Dark Gift, I think. Man, they've got crazy movement, though. Okay, well this one has made a terrible mistake. Let's see, I want to just hit him one. No, you know what? I do want to hit him twice. As long as he could do a lot of damage. Alright, I'll just hit him once. But I want to get those others. I've got 3 more here that I want to get up to the north side. This guy could hit twice from the other side. Okay, so I'll just do this. Hit once to turn him around. And this guy... Ooh, nice crit. Okay. We gotta heal Pimpton. We cannot lose him. He's gonna go ahead and, I think, buff himself. But I gotta be really careful around these Eagle Riders because Pimpton is... Or they have a ton of range, and Pimpton could easily get flanked if I'm not careful. I'm gonna move this guy here. And I want to try to maybe barricade Pimpton in behind this tree, surrounded by some other units. I may lose... They're really charging the side that doesn't have the Eagle Riders pretty heavy, so this could not, or this might not end so well for some of my units here. You know what, on second thought, what I'm going to do is get Pimpton as far back as I can in a position where only 1 Eagle Rider can reach him. That one. So I'll probably put Pimpton there. And have him heal himself. And if the Eagle Rider wants to come in and wing beat again, that's fine. We can deal with that. I just need to make sure Pimpton gets the kill on Frodo. I think that's probably the most important thing here. And then as much other XP as he can manage. And then aside from that, it's more of just like, how can I save my Monster Hunter? Which I don't really have to, but it would be nice. Unfortunately, none of my other phalanxes can quite get up to where they can be useful here. I'm going to get them just as close as I can. Oh, Frodo's moving in on this side. You know what? I think it might be wise for these guys to just hold their ground. Defend and prevent the Eagle Riders from moving around as much as they can. The Eagle Riders are going to spam wing beat, though, on groups of units. Yeah, I need to spread out. Okay, I think defense is the right answer, but spreading out is also probably a good idea. So we want to try to keep the Eagle Riders from being able to wing beat multiple units at the same time, if possible. So I'm going to move like them up there. That guy kind of is stuck where he's at, so he's just going to have to hope for the best. This should be a safe spot, except, no, I could get both of them. Alright, I'll go here with this guy. He could wing beat those two at the same time, but could only do it once. This guy I just want to get kind of back into the middle of things. I think that spot's okay, because the only spot they could get because the way wing beat arcs, I think the only way they could get 2 is if an Eagle Rider landed here, which would be a terrible position for him. Alright, I think that's okay. I may lose a couple of the tier 2s here, but everyone else should be fine. I might lose 1 tier 2. I actually don't think I'll lose 2, but we'll see how many times they can do wing beat and how often I get lucky. We just need to let them make their move and let their guard down. Okay, I think that Monster Hunter's toast. Yeah, he's toast. That's okay, I'm building better Monster Hunters now. Oh, Dark Gift is triggering on a lot of units. Ouch. Okay, well, they've adjusted their focus. Where did Frodo go? Because that's one hero. Where'd Frodo go? Oh, he's still back there. Okay. Alright, so that Eagle Rider is in an annoying position. But I think I can kill them. I mean, this one's definitely dead. Both of these ones are easy kills. In fact, I think I can divert these phalanxes to go assist with things going on down there. They're just not quite in the right spot for it right now. But I believe the units that are up here can actually finish these guys off, so I'm going to try to do that. Okay. You could get a charge there. That's 2 hits as long as the bird doesn't get lucky. Okay, and then that should be a kill there. Then we can start moving these guys back. Or maybe, actually, I might just try to block Frodo from hitting that guy with a range attack. Or the best, he probably would stand there, so I think this is a decent enough spot. And then these guys got to get back to deal with this remaining Eagle Rider. I'm thinking Pimpton maybe just do a little range attack spam here just for XP. I mean, it is undead. You could do decent damage to it. But all the other Eagle Riders are dead, I think. Except for this one, yeah. Okay, that softens him up a bit. I'm just gonna have to... Ooh, nice crit. So that guy's dead. And now it's just the heroes, which... How's Pimpton's XP looking? 320 out of 350. He's still got a little ways to go. He needs to get both of these hero kills. If I gotta sacrifice units to make that happen, I will. But it needs to happen. And even then, I don't know for sure that he'll level up. I think he probably will. He also has Touch by Faith that he can use for a little XP. So yeah, I just have to be careful. Just don't want him to... I don't want Pimpton to get killed. That would be the worst possible thing in this situation. And they did dispel his Iron Heart. Okay, this guy is apparently going to be a problem. I don't have a really clean, good way of getting to him. I mean, Pimpton could just straight up charge him, but that actually seems like a terrible idea to do against a human, who would probably win the melee fight, unless Pimpton got lucky. Let's do this. I'm gonna use... I'm gonna move Pimpton here. And for this turn, use Touch by Faith on this guy, and then move him up to put pressure on the Necromancer dude. I don't want to kill him. In fact, I think I'm going to let him get a free hit on me. Ooh, nice. I'll take that lucky. Yeah, just to keep him from doing anything for a turn. I mean, he's still got 2 casting points, but I want to sort of lock him in place. I should probably do the same thing with Frodo. So I'm going to just spam units in his direction just to try to absorb his movement points. Anyone who's got a decent amount of health. Unfortunately, he's fighting behind a line of trees, so getting to him is going to take a minute longer, but that's okay. And we'll get the injured people out of harm's way. And we'll kind of just do the same thing. We'll surround this guy. He should be okay for 1 turn, I think. I'm a little nervous, though, because if he moves here and then does this range attack, he has a chance to No, I cannot take the risk, any risk of Pimpton being killed. Because Frodo could cast a spell to deal damage to Pimpton on this turn, too. And that would be really, really freaking bad. I got a feeling they might try to kill this guy back here, so I'm just going to get him out of harm's way. Frodo may cast a spell and kill him instead, but if that happens, it happens. No, I think Frodo may be out of casting points. At this point, he is just... Okay, good. That guy did basically exactly what I was hoping he would do, aside from cursing Pimpton, which I could have done without. But aside from that, he did exactly what I was hoping for. So now all I need to do is try to get behind him, which I could do with him, but I don't want to kill the guy, is the problem. I need Pimpton to do that. And all of my other units are actually too strong. They will kill him. Or could kill him. The phalanx with a flank attack would absolutely would. Let's see. I could do this. The cavalry won't do quite as much damage, and especially not from the front. So what I could do is just do a straight up charge attack. And then that turns him around. That allows Pimpton to move here, and then I can do a couple different things. I could either try to kill him with range attacks, which should work, or just go in for, I'll just go in for the melee kill. Okay, there's Pimpton's level. That's what we needed. Frodo is still kind of like... Frodo's not in good shape here. But he is in a good position. He is really bunkered in there behind those trees. Alright, we'll get these guys out of here so they don't get killed. And just keep swarming with other mass numbers of units until we can get rid of him. Everyone is cursed. Oh, Oh, I thought Frodo was gonna die there. Okay, maybe Pimpton can get this kill too. I would like to try to give it to him. Alright, we're gonna just try to use up all of... Yeah, his melee attack sucks. Okay, we're gonna use up all Frodo's action points. And then Pimpton can get the finishing move. Yep, I believe this is the end for you, Mr. Frodo. Or it's not. That was the most useless exchange I've ever seen. Okay, there. We'll try again next turn. These are some clumsy halflings. They're just missing each other. You know what? I'll take that hit. Because I didn't want to risk doing a melee attack and having Frodo get lucky 3 times and then Pimpton dying. That would have been heartbreaking. So I just decided to take the attack of opportunity. Let's let him have it, and then make sure I don't lose Pimpton. Okay, so we can close that. What do we got here? Frodo didn't have a ring, unfortunately. I'm sorry, everyone. He did have this jewel of regeneration. So we could pretend that's the ring. I'll send the other wand to Sam, give him another ranged attack option. And now we've got all these nice upgrades. So let's grab Convert and Healing. There was some suggestions in the comments to go ahead and just give those to him as items, but since my cities are so busy building units and there's lots of different items that I need, I decided it's probably better and faster to just let him get them through the level up naturally. I think I can use them sooner that way. So now I'm prepared. If Mary comes running in, I can try to swipe that hero from him. I do need... it would be really nice if I could get Degeneration, though. You know what? I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to start researching like the quick combat spells. Because Degeneration would almost, it wouldn't guarantee, but it would make significantly more likely any attempt at converting another hero. And I really, really need more heroes. But yeah, that's it. Frodo's gone, everyone. Oddly enough, Frodo was the first one out. The ring will do that to you. It's treacherous like that. You shouldn't have tried to keep it. Sam leveled up too on this turn. Completely unrelated, but he just kind of randomly got enough XP for it. So let's see. I'm not really sure what I want to do with Sam. I know he's just going to be a good army leader, but as far as like he himself goes and what his fighting style and abilities would be, I don't really know. I think Break Control does come in handy, especially since Mary can cast Berserk, and there's going to be other... You know what? I always don't get Break Control, and then I wish I had it when the time comes around. I just need to make sure I know when his really good Warlord stuff is coming. I think level 70 may get some stuff. I should probably check that. There's the physical resistance one, which would be really huge for him. Let's check hero upgrades. We'll go to Warlord, level 7. I think level 9 is when the real good stuff comes in. Oh, Blood Brothers is level 7. That's solid. Killing Spree is good, but I think the real good ones are 9. Yeah, you get at 9 you get Tireless. I think it's maybe 11. Okay, Toughness is 11. Plus the Relentless Army spell. I can afford to spend more on him right now, though. We'll give him 3 more points towards, I don't know, something. We'll do, maybe bump his hit points up there a little bit more. Both my heroes are a little short on hit points. And we'll maybe save that last point for something else. Unless I feel like I need a specific elemental resistance for some reason. Okay, all of you guys, let's pile back in that city there. And lick our wounds for a little bit. Because we got beat up. Fortunately, I just got healing, so... for this turn, we'll put the wounded units in with Mary. So we won't worry about unit rank. Because, like, this guy here... And on the next turn, some pony riders are really going to need some healing. Who did I lose in that battle? I think it was just that one monster hunter, which is fine because I'm making better ones anyway. So that worked out well. And now I don't have to worry about Frodo sneaking up on me. I don't know if Pippin is partisan or not. I don't remember. I guess I could find out. Pippin is... He is not partisan. He's got wild magic, expander, and creation. Okay. Alright. A lot just happened there. Oh, hey, Sam has a new pet dragon. He's got a golden wyvern now. Neat. Alright, where do you guys want to go? Let's get a few more range units down here. We already got quite a few up north. I need to sort of try to gauge where Mary is heading. Whether he really wants to try to make this happen and come back after me or what. But I think Pippin is starting to look like a bigger threat to me than Bilbo. I haven't seen anything out of Bilbo in a while, and now I think it's safe to assume Pimpton probably owns both his capital and Bilbo's, which makes me nervous. I don't like that, especially since he's a rogue and he could get that that nasty rogue spell up and really mess with my unit's morale, and therefore messing with their luckiness. Gollum or Smeagol is also a rogue though, and I haven't met him yet, but he's out there somewhere. So I may not be able to prevent that spell from happening, but I think the draft will be useful in mitigating its effects once I can get that. Okay, so we're back to this point. Mary did try to disjunct Inspire Loyalty, so we got to go back in here and take care of that. That's all my casting points for this turn. And let's see what Mary does. I think that's the main question. Hopefully Pippin doesn't really bother me right now. Maybe he's got bigger fish to fry. He could be fighting somebody else. And he's got to cross a river to get to me. But he did have a lot of Eagle Riders, so crossing that river could be easy. He's also got another Halfling Warlord hero there. Well, he's crossing, but he's not really going quite at me. Just won another battle. Okay, last stand is done. I'll pick up Lion's Courage. Just anything that could get me degenerate before Mary gets here is what's most important, I think. We'll leave that guy there. I am getting a couple more mounted archers. I think I'm going to start sending the extras down towards... Well, I don't know. I think the extras could stay here for the moment. I think this is fine. I'm going to make sure most of them are with Sam, though, for that extra boost that that he can give to their range attacks, because they can use range attacks more frequently than the monster hunters can, because they can shoot 3 times instead of just 1. Okay, so we'll let a couple more of them build. My economy is still solid despite all the unit production, so I'm pretty happy with that. We'll throw this other monster hunter down here for the moment. How are you guys doing on healing? Okay, we can move... I think we can probably just reform everyone. It looks like it's gonna take Mary too long to cross the mountains to do anything meaningful about attacking me. So I'm gonna move these guys back so we're saving as much money as I can. And I want this guy to go up towards all of that back road and start reinforcing the capital a little bit, because I don't quite know what Mary's got planned here. It looks like he's probably going to just make a desperate charge at this city. If he does, that's fine. I just need to, once he starts moving, getting closer to that tower, I think, is when I will rush down with Sam's group to help try to jump him. Okay, we'll check that off. Check that off. A lot of army maintenance, needing orders kind of stuff going on. And we want you in with these guys. Okay. Alright, looking pretty good. We got Lion's Courage on the next turn, and got to reinforce again. Inspire Loyalty, reinforce. There we go, 200. And now I can actually cast something else. And since if I have free casting points, I may just do Raise Militia for unit spam if I don't have anything better to do. So, yeah, sure, why not? I almost want to drop Seek Inspiration, but I've researched my way through enough stuff now. It probably won't matter. So, yeah, I don't have anything else to cast besides... Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to abort that. My mana supply is a little bit low because of the item creation, so I want to keep some on hand. I may just save the casting points right now. Raise Militia would be fun to cast on this city back here, but I'm not sure what the odds are, what type of unit it gets you. It seems like it's primarily going to give me adventurers. I think that's what it's done almost every time, and that's not exactly what I need. So I don't know if I want to spend it too much. I am going to do something with this builder here. She moved there for the moment. I forgot, I kind of want to make this another little triangle road section here for faster movement between these two cities. Just have the most convenient routes possible. Okay, I think that's good for this turn. We'll just save those casting points. Oh, no, 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 come back, come back. No, 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 no. Oh, dang it, he's pulling back. Well, with some of his units he is. Okay, maybe with all of them? Yep, with all of them. Something changed in his little AI head regarding his priorities, and now he's gone. Oh well, I think I'm really gonna have to push on Pippin here. I do not like the idea of him having multiple cities. And I know I saw he had a hero that I wanted. Bilbo has not shown his face in a long time. Okay, I got the Dominate book in Hamlet. I'm gonna just give that to this guy for now. And maybe we'll just go right into making another item. I wouldn't mind another Dominate book. I think the more of those I can get out right now, the better. Yeah, I'll make one for Sam too. Where is Dominate? Why am I not seeing it? There it is. There's the book. Yeah, I think that's a different model, but that's fine. Okay, that will go to Sam. In fact, I'll send this one to Sam. That way they arrive at roughly the same time. Or I can do this little trick where you move them closer together and Sam gets it in one turn. Okay, just for the moment, Sam can go back here. I'm going to leave plenty of archers in defending that city, but I do think I need to go knock Pippin down a notch. And then as for you, go ahead and make a nice little road right there. There we go. That connects everything up real nice. And I'm going to leave him down here because most likely we'll be building a road pretty much straight across the river, I think, right past that fort. In fact, I could probably get it started, I think. No, he needs more movement. Okay, we'll worry about that on the next turn. Matter of fact, I think it's time to start massing forces down here. Well, I kind of used up most of Sam's movement, but that's okay. There's no time like the present, I suppose. I think I'm going to leave most of these guys up here defending this city. May toss a few phalanxes back. I'm mostly bringing Sam's army down. I've got enough units around this city that I don't think I need to worry too much about it. I do want... You know what? I'm going to throw a... No, Berserkers have wall climbing, so they can be useful in getting past city walls. So I need to keep them around for offense. I'm going to probably focus mostly on range units for defense up here. I may leave that one Berserker. I think that's fine. I'll just have him sit out here and have the archers and the halflings being on the city center there. Plus, I've got more monster hunters coming back too, and they actually maybe better suited to dealing with some of the stuff Bilbo might throw at me, possibly. Although Bilbo's not a mage, he's a Theocrat, he's not a sorcerer, so I guess their bonuses to like elemental stuff may not come in quite as handy. Okay, I'm still not getting the strategic spell that I want. Let's do Shout of Intimidation and see if that gives it to me. Raise governance level up again, though. This is good. Halfling Eagle Riders are very lucky. And the Lucky Cloverfield bonus, which I don't think I even have any of those. I'm gonna take the Eagle Rider one. I am gonna build those eventually. It's just haven't gotten the opportunity to yet. And Sam got a new little wand. I'm going to reorganize items, weapons, stuff up front. Okay. So I know I did say we were planning to attack Bilbo, but priorities do change as the game develops. And I don't like the idea of a rogue becoming too powerful here. Oh, they just got me a bunch of extra mana in that city. Okay, that's cool. Excuse me. Alright, well, we're at the end of this turn, and I think it's been about an hour since I started recording. I'm on a little bit tighter schedule today than usual, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up here, but I am doing one more. There's another one coming after this one for this week, so I hope you guys are looking forward to that. But yeah, I appreciate all the feedback, comments, and support. Your ongoing contributions to my knowledge of this game are, as always, invaluable. So thank you guys so much for that. When we come back, we'll start pushing towards Pimpton? Pippin? I'm getting Pimpton and Pipton messed. I'm gonna cut this episode off here, guys. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the episodes. I will see you all in the next one, coming very soon. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Sarah Feingold, Tarsak, and Tibby and Army. Thanks so much, everybody.